Hello everyone! This is Ellen v. Lora and I'm so excited to be here with you guys today at a rare day alongside such a powerhouse of ladies that I truly admire so much of like what they've built and their work ethic, and I'm just really excited to be here today. You guys are really in for a treat because you guys are going to walk away with such a wealth of knowledge today. And before we get started, I just want to give a special shout out to Ashley and the Be Rare Foundation team for putting this entire thing together, and digitally, might I add. So let's get started. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Ellen V. Lora, and I'm a content creator and businesswoman based in Los Angeles. I've been doing this full time for 6 years now, and today I hope I can share with you what I've just gained and learned over the years. And today the topics that we're going to be discussing are visual language and personal brand, and of course filtered in with some editing tips. Now let's get started. So it might be pretty obvious what visual language is. We all have language, whether it's spoken language, body language, and visual language is basically communicating via photo and video. And today, now so more than ever, content is queen. And whether you're a personal brand or a brand, it's so important to create content, whether it be photo. But right now, I feel like short form videos are really thriving. So it is really important to pivot with the platforms, because I feel like in the ever-changing landscape of social media, so many new platforms, but creators are forever. But there also lies a really big importance in being really curious and open-minded with these platforms and not resisting. Like when TikTok first came out, I was like, what is this app? Why is everyone dancing on here? Yeah, so I feel like in the beginning I was just not really that interested. And then I just started playing with it and I was like, you know what, let me just have an open mind with this and see what happens. And now I think there's just so much fun and joy in making TikToks, as you can do whatever you want. And also you can double purpose your content and put that into reels on Instagram. I know some people talk about the algorithm and how it's just been, tricky to navigate that algorithm. And I think with short form video, it is such a good way to beat the algorithm, if you will. Like the reach and the engagement, which equates to growth, that you can get from Reels and TikTok is insane. So make sure you are staying curious and open-minded and experimental. And one thing to always keep in mind is everybody, like literally everybody, starts out as beginners in whatever they're doing. So just give yourself grace while you learn. Don't be hard on yourself, because honestly, keep in mind, slow progress is still progress. Like I'm still learning, but you know what? Slow progress is still progress. So just give yourself grace and continue to experiment. And on the next slide, we are talking about personal brand. I feel like brand is kind of like a hot word. I feel like I hear it all the time, but whether you're a personal brand or an actual brand, I think it's really important to define, what your pillars are and what you stand for. And it's just a journey. It's a constant evolution. It's never a destination. I feel like with me, even my personal brand is constantly changing based on how I'm changing, based on how culture is changing, based on what different things you're starting to stand for. And with my personal brand, I really like to cross pollinate and really diversify my platforms. The reason being is, if you look at my Instagram, like I love an editorial photo. I love a curated feed. I know people don't care about the grid that much, but I still love a pretty feed, And I feel like sometimes when it's so editorial, it's, it doesn't feel personable. And I feel like where I should really try to come to life more is whether it's on stories or on YouTube or on any type of video, because you come to life. So diversify your platform. And when I talk about being consistent, that could really kind of come in any shape or form. For me, I just challenge myself basically to post every day on Instagram, post once a week on YouTube, and a couple times on TikTok and Reels, and you surely will see a change, and I challenge you to just try something like that for yourself. I think it's really gratifying for yourself, and also just make it count towards your personal brand. And next we have the right equipment, and based on where you are in like your career or journey, this may differ. Honestly, I'm so shocked and amazed at the iPhone. I never took photos on the iPhone or did anything like that, but the iPhone is truly amazing. I have the iPhone 12 and I'm like, thank you, Apple, changing lives. But if you do want to level up with some equipment, this is what I currently have in my little camera kit. So I have my DSLR camera, which is a Canon EOS RP. The body is smaller, so I like that one. And you can obviously switch out the lenses. The lenses that I personally use, I get this question asked a lot, is the Sigma 24mm lens. And then next is a Sony ZV-1 camera. I use that for vlogging and for my videos. It's that literally, if you look it up, it says the vlogging camera. It lives up to the name. I really love it. You can kind of like pull the screen out. It autofocuses. It's just chef's kiss of a camera for vlogging. And next, obviously we all have ring lights. Hopefully it is a game changer. I have the newer one and has a little iPhone prop on it. And then a seamless backdrop, and then a neutral density filter, which basically is, if your lighting is really, really harsh, it kind of smooths everything out. If you don't have a white backdrop, honestly, your white wall will do, because I shoot on here all the time and there's just editing tips to take out all these walls. And of course I had a touch based on my editing tools on the iPhone. It's kind of incredible what you can do on your phone. I edit my photos in Lightroom on my laptop, but most of the time I do edit on my phone, just because I feel like that's an actual representation of what the photos are going to look like once they live online. And these are the apps that I j'adore. So Snapseed is like it's kind of like a cheat sheet of Photoshop. It's super easy to use once you play around with it for a little bit. The Tezza app is really, really great for filters, like making it really, really creative and saucy. And then VSCO is another great one for filters. I feel like they're like kind of the original filter app. Next we have Unfold, which is beautiful. I use that a lot for my stories. They have really beautiful layouts, so that's a good one to download. Pixar is a new one I've been experimenting with, and it's kind of like a world of possibilities you can do on there. It's really fun to mess around with it. And Facetune gets a bad rap, but Facetune, you can do so much more than smoothing out your skin. I did a tutorial on how I basically take out walls, or not walls, but doors, and then clean up my background on Facetune. So those are, I guess, kind of a lot of tools, but the tools that I use on rotation. And then next, we have editing tools for video. Oh my gosh, you guys need to download InShot. InShot is just heaven sent. I use it all the time, whether it's for stories. You can import fonts on it. You can edit video. I usually edit videos in InShot and then export it into TikTok or Reels, but that's a really, really amazing one. And just going back to, again, how important short form video is, the reach you can get is insane. So if you're not on TikTok or Reels yet, I challenge you to go home. Even you can just start experimenting on TikTok or use these apps, but definitely try, because literally it's so worth it and you definitely will see some growth. Okay, now we have one tutorial and I'm gonna show you guys how I edit a TikTok video from the beginning and to the end. So just to give you a little premise of what's gonna happen here, I record all my little individual clips with different outfits just on my iPhone video, and then I import it into InShot, and it goes a little something like this. I do record videos on the video feature on the iPhone, and then afterwards I import the clips into InShot. And then I basically import all the different clips in the different outfits and then work the magic in here. So this is clip 1, what it looks like. I also mark the floor with tape to know where I stand. So clip 1, piece it together with clip 2. I just cut it at the right place and then glue it together. And you can also zoom in the app too, which is cool. So this is before And then after I clip it together with the right transition. And then we just continue to do that, and then we're gonna save it and then export the video. And then I usually like to put it in the Tezza app, and here it's so dope because there's so many different features you can do. There's different filters, and there's also like little dust effects, dust. And then there's also the paper effect, and you can also process your photos like this as well, so it's really cool. And then of course, it has the vintage filter as well. I love using this one, and you can really choose how subtle or dramatic you want it. And with that, we're finally in TikTok. Go ahead and press the plus button and upload your video. And then they also have their own set of filters as well. It's pretty subtle and again, as dramatic as you want it to be. And then you're gonna go to sound, and then you're gonna take the original volume down, and then you're gonna add in your music. I'm gonna pick from my favorites library, the music that I've saved. And then from here, basically you can start shooting from the beginning or any part of the song. I'm gonna start shooting from the beginning and then just feed the song in. And also they have stickers. I was like trying to figure out how to do this text for the longest time. Turned out it was just stickers. And then you can also set the duration as well, so you can really pick how long it lasts for. And then you're ready to post, almost. You're gonna select your cover here. You can type your caption or your title, and this is the final video. I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. No matter where you are on your visual language journey, I hope there was a takeaway. And just to bring this to an end and put a bow on it, just referring to my presentation and what you're gonna learn for the rest of this amazing day, what it has in store for you. I hope you guys are able to take something away and put it into action. And I'm just gonna wrap this up with one of my favorite little quotes from Marie Forleo, and it goes a little something like this. I haven't memorized it, so I'm gonna read it off. Hone your skills, take your craft seriously, learn what you need to learn, invest in yourself, practice your ass off, fall down, get up, keep going, get really, really good at what you do, and don't lose fun in the process. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Today, our rare day. You guys are really in for such a treat. Thank you.